Observation log. Room 12082. Audio feed online. Visual feed. Still static. If anyone hears this later, I swear I wasn't alone in here.
Glass between us 4 inches thick. My reflection looks too sick. Monitors draw glowing lines. Heartbeats, numbers, failing signs. Speakers hum a lifeless tone. Room was never this alone. Then between the low white noise, I start hearing distant voice. Not the subject in the darkened cell. Sounds like memories I shouldn't tell. I hear whispers in the observation room, curling through the cables, blooming in the gloom. Not on any channel, not in any file, speaking in a tongue that sounds like my own mind. If I turn the volume down, they crawl inside, fill the empty corners where my thoughts reside. I hear whispers in the observation room, telling me that I'll be joining them soon. Waveforms dance with every breath, patterns spelling out my stress. Someone says my childhood street over hospital machine beats. They repeat my secret fears, things I haven't said in years. Through the intercom they slide, wearing my old voice inside. Protocol says cut the feed and leave, but the door lock doesn't quite believe. I hear whispers in the observation room, curling through the cables, blooming in the gloom. Not on any channel, not in any file, speaking in a tongue that sounds like my own mind. If I turn the volume down, they crawl inside, fill the empty corners where my thoughts reside. I hear whispers in the observation room, telling me that I'll be joining them soon. They say, do you remember that night in the ward, when you signed the form and never read the words? Every oath I ever broke echoes back through rusted spokes. The subject in the other side doesn't move, just stares in kind. Yet I hear them laugh in pairs from the speakers, from the chairs. Static twisting to my name, spoken in 1,000 frames. Every camera blinks in sync, like an eye that will not blink. I pull the headset off my head, but the voices stay instead. Room itself begins to speak. In the creaks and in the leaks, I hear whispers in the observation room. Even with the system silence power pruned, they seep through the drywall, buzzing in the vents, telling me a list of every small regret. If I cover both my ears, they just get near, vibrating in my teeth in every vein of fear. I hear whispers in the observation room, saying, you've been under glass since you were born. If this log is ever played again, know the tape is lying when it ends, 'cause the last thing that you'll never inside my ear. I hear whispers in the observation room. One by one they turn the cameras to the moon. If I fade from every feed and leave no sign, just assume I slipped across the other side.